The first thing raw material leaf should choose the type of cake leaves. Let plasticize when the raw bucket is not broken. Utilize glutinous rice, big rice seeds, new aroma. Green beans, new beans, yellow, beautiful, cook and crunch. Bacon is not bacon is only lean, fat, even and thick. You should choose thin but carrying. Do not choose too much lean to eat when eating. Spices, salt, pepper. How to making? Prepare green beans, meat, leaves, rice. Green greens soak in for 2 hours. Treat it clean and remove the bad seeds and soak them with a tablespoon of salted rice. Then put them in an autoclave, steaming them. Beans well cooked. Use a spoon to make a smooth bath. Mix well with a little pepper. Then hold the beans into equal ground handles. Step 2. Soak the rice for about 2 hours to soften. Just soak for 2 hours, enough to soften the rice. Not soak it for a long time to make the rice sour and friable. After soaking, soften the rice several times to clean and remove the bad seeds. He then swab the rice cake with a spoon of sour rice and 1 spoon of seasoned rice. Step 3. Wash the leaves. If the leaves are not clean, the cake will quickly deteriorate. Use a clean towel to dry them, then cut off the leaves of the leaves. Cut the leaves off and leave them without leaving them in order to put them in when boiled Banh Chung. Note: when cutting the leaves, you do not cut them too deep. They will reach the leaves till the leaves. Should choose bacon just to make the cake better. Step 4. Cut large pieces of meat, about 2 cm thick, about 5 cm or 6 cm long. Then add salt and pepper to marinate meat. Cake bucket. Step 1. When grabbing Banh Chung, put 4 perpendicular leaves as shown in the picture. To lower, leaves fade down right. To leave it on the right, fade up. Step 2. Put about 1 bowl of rice in the middle of the leaf. Step 3. Take half of the green beans and press lightly to make the green beans sunken. Then put a piece of meat in the middle of the green bean. Then halve the remaining green beans onto the piece of meat. Squeeze them so that the green beans cover most of the meat. Place the multiplier on the rice bark. Step 4. Pour 1 more layer of rice above the filling and use all hands to make sure the rice is covered. Step 5. Use the hand to turn the rice of left side in turn, but be sure to make sure that you have your hand. The leftover leaf are folded into the egg. After that, you fold the top of the lower leaf, squeezing the eggs on the top of the cake, folding the extra leaves on the back to be square. Step 6. To make this square cake, you need to have 4 cubes, forcing the first 2 liners parallel to keep the cake tight. The leaves do not burst. The last 2 are square, perpendicular to the first 2. Next, to make the cake stand on the table to make the cake more firm. Try to shake the cake. If you still hear the right inside, the cake is not yet tightly baked. Feeling just like stacking to bake by hand. Put the left side of the 2 lines to overlap each other like the picture. Then you put the green side of another line on the 2 vertical leaves and a green leaf to the vertical. The leaves overlap the face upside down. Start wrapping the cake you lie off like a bag by hand. Then put the mold on top. Then you put the inner mold in the outer mold. Open the leaf and lift the inner mold so that you have finished the leaf arrangement into a square shape. The next step to how to bake the Banh Chung with the mold, you need to put the ingredients for the Banh Chung first. Pour a bowl of glutinous rice first. Press out evenly over the mold flat. After that, put a handful of green beans, press them evenly. Next is a piece of marinated meat in the middle. Then the bowl of green beans. Finally, pour a bowl of glutinous rice off to the top and back the leftover leaves neatly and tightly. Next to the put rice and kernels inside. After dyeing off the extra layers of leaves, use the hand to push down the excess leaves. Then lift the cake gently with your overhand. You can tie 2, 3, 4, or 4. Just squeezy, soft, put tight. Do not make the cake whimsical, but needs to tie symmetrically to the square cake. Fill the whole cake with water and heat it until it boils. Then reduce the heat. After that, check every hour to see the water level. If the water level decreases, use boiling water to add. Cook for 8 to 10 hours. Take out the cake. After scooping the cake, use a towel dipped in clean water outside the cake. Find a cold place in the house. Put the cake out and put a board on top. Next, add a water pot and heavy object to the top of the board to be hunted and firm. When the cup is completely cold, it is possible to cut the cake to bring in sense on the TED tray. I wish you success when swapping Banh Chung. Happy New Year!